mind me. I'm just doing exactly what the Tigers just did in this 3-game series in Colorado. A little sweeping. Get those brooms out, ladies and gentlemen. Throw up the W's times 3. Tigers win Wednesday night. Tigers win Game 1 of the doubleheader on Thursday. Tigers win Game 2 of the doubleheader on Thursday to complete the 3-game sweep of the Colorado Rockies. Let's go! Yeah! Sweep, sweep, sweep. How sweep it is. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it what it is. The Rockies are terrible. They are terrible. And, you know, I almost feel bad for laughing and talking about how terrible they are right now because, you know, it's not too long ago that the Tigers were not this bad. not this bad, but they were also a pretty bad baseball team, you know? So, like, I get it. Rockies fans, we get it. It's never fun to be going through really bad stretches like this. So I completely get it. We as Tiger fans get it. But at the same time, as a Tigers fan, I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if you're playing the Rockies, the White Sox, the Cubs, the Mets, Yankees, Dodgers. It doesn't matter. Good or bad, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. When your baseball team does what the Tigers just did in this 3-game series in Denver, how are you not fired up about that? The Tigers, we'll talk about in this video, they took their belts off and did some BTA, especially today as I record on Thursday. Man, I don't care how bad the Rockies are. I am so fired up for what the Tigers just did against the Rockies. Woo! All right, let's put the broom off to the side and let's talk about this Tiger sweep here. But first of all, I do have some housekeeping notes I need to take care of. Thank you so much, Rose Star, for sponsoring this video. They've got hot coffee, cold brews, chocolate, all kinds of great drinks and treats for you to try and enjoy and celebrate this Tiger sweep with. Visit our website, roaststarter.com, link in the description below. And if you find something that you want to try and you think you would enjoy, you can always make an order and save some money on that order by using my code TonyD. Shout out to Roast Everything you once again to them for sponsoring this video. And also, if you're going to do me a favor, leave a like on this one. Comment your thoughts on this Tiger sweep down below. And hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I very much appreciate it. Alright, that now takes care of my housekeeping. Let's talk about this Tiger sweep. What a series, man. What a series for this Tigers team. If the Tigers did exactly what they were supposed to do, one of the best records in all of baseball, the best record in the American League. This Tigers team that has been playing like one of the best so far in baseball. One of the best so far in the American League. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, man. They went into Colorado against a really bad Rockies team. They took care of business. Offensively, defensively, pitching-wise for the most part. They took care of business. They absolutely dominated. That's what they were supposed to do, and that's exactly what they did. I don't want to go too crazy. It is still very early in the season. There's still a lot of ball left to be played. But yeah, man, this team's good. This team's fun. This was so much fun to watch in Colorado. Wednesday night was maybe not as fun as Thursday specifically, but it was still fun. It's always fun to get a win and talk about a victory, which we'll do in a minute here. But yes, Wednesday all in all was fun, and then Thursday especially. Those 2 games, that doubleheader, so much fun, man. This team is playing some great fun baseball right now. I'm loving it as a Tigers fan. I know you, as Tiger fans, are also probably very much loving it as well. All right, let's now talk about these 3 wins in Denver, starting with Game 1 on Wednesday night. So, maybe not to the extent that they did in Anaheim in their previous series, but still, the Gritty Tigers were pulling a little bit of a Gritty Tigers, you know? After the Rockies got the early lead, the Tigers fell in that early hole. The Gritty Tigers came fighting back into this game. They fought all the way back to tie and take the lead, and then even after the Rockies tied up late at 6 and eventually forced extra innings, the Tigers just kept on going. They put up that 2 spot in the 10th inning, held the Rockies no runs in the bottom of the 10th, and they got the win in extras. So good job once again from the Gritty Tigers, showing that again, that grittiness and that fight that we all know and love as Tiger fans. Trey Sweeney nearly had another 4-hit game. We'll talk about him more, obviously, as this video goes on. Trey Sweeney has been on absolute fire over the last 4 games or so, and that was the case especially on Wednesday night. Like I said, nearly another 4-hit game. Unfortunately, not a 4-hit night. You know, that last hit was turned into an error after the fact. No 4-hit game, no RBI for that hit either. That kind of stunk, but still, a 3-hit night for Trey Sweeney, including a double, 2 runs, and a walk. He reached base 4 times in Wednesday night's win, and at that time, that was, let me do the math, 7 hits in his previous 2 games. He is red hot offensively right now, and so is this guy. Javi freaking Baez, baby, El Mago, let's go, Javi. Wednesday night, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, count with me, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. 4 RBIs with the run scored. Javi, will also talk more about him as this video goes on. It wasn't just Wednesday night, it was Thursday too. Man, Javi just continuing to be a big part to this team offensively and defensively. Shout out to El Mago too. Colt Keith as well. Also, not the last time we'll mention him in this video, but specifically this Wednesday night, 2 hits and an RBI. Shout out to Colt. Torque with the game-winning RBI double in the 10th inning. Shout out to him as well. And then lastly, the final shout-out I'll give to offensively for Wednesday night's win, Gleyber Torres. He had a double in that victory along with a sac fly RBI. All in all, another good day from this Tigers offense. Even though we did go kind of quiet offensively after a red-hot start to the game, still, all in all, a good day from the offense once again. I can never complain too much when the offense puts up 8 runs like the Tigers did on Wednesday night, And I'm moving on to the pitching for Wednesday night's victory. I want to give a massive shout out to the bullpen. Man, the bullpen on Wednesday night was absolutely fantastic. After Jackson Jobe, unfortunately, really struggled in his start, which, by the way, very quickly I'll mention with regards to that. I saw afterwards there were people tweeting like, oh, he sucks, he's overrated, after him, blah, 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 blah. Stuff along those lines. Listen, can we calm down with that? I'm not here to argue that it wasn't a bad start for Jackson Jobe. I know it was. He was not great in his start on Wednesday nights. But he's young. He's a rookie. He's still a prospect, He's going to have up and down moments this season. And, if we're being honest here, even though the Rockies, again, are not the best baseball team in the world, and their offense in particular has really struggled so far this season, it's still in Colorado. It's going to be tough for a lot of pitchers to pitch there, especially a rookie like Jackson making his 6th career MLB start. He's going to be fine. Take a deep breath. I know he's struggling in that start yesterday, as I record yesterday, but he's going to be okay. He's a rookie. He's young. We have Chris Fetter. Jackson Jobe is going to be absolutely more than fine. I'm not concerned whatsoever. He'll be fine. But yeah, after Joe unfortunately struggled, the Tigers bullpen came in there and absolutely locked it down. Herter, Hannafy, the changeup king Tommy Kahnle, and Will Vest. Will Vest especially was nasty. But so was the bullpen in general. He combined 6th and 3rd innings pitched. No earned runs. 6 strikeouts. Man, great job from this Tigers bullpen on Wednesday nights. Great job to come in there and be awesome like they have been this entire season. And great job also to really have their starters back after a tough start like Jackson had, unfortunately. All things considered, maybe not a perfect victory. Again, you don't love seeing the offense go cold like they did in the second half of that win. And again, you don't love seeing Jackson Jobe get rocked by the Colorado Rockies. Maybe not a perfect win, but a win nonetheless. Good way for the Tigers to start this series in Denver, and they just kept on going on Thursday. Thursday, the doubleheader, the Tigers took their belts off, did a little BTA. If you know, you know. What a dominant day for the Tigers on Thursday. Offense and pitching all day. All day. It was all Tigers throughout all 18 innings for the most part. Starting with game 1 of the doubleheader on Thursday, let's begin with the offense. 10 runs on 14 hits, a 2-spot in the first inning, a 5-spot in the second inning. 5-time. Can you dig it? It was 7-0 Tigers in game 1 of the doubleheader before the Rockies even got out number 6 on the Tigers, man. From the jump in game 1, the Tigers were completely dominating the game right from the start. 2 more in the third. The game was already pretty much over right then and there after such a hot start offensively for the Tigers in that win. And then they added 1 more in the 7th inning, just as a little dot on the exclamation point for that victory, you know. And there are so many contributors to the win offensively for the Tigers. Spencer Torkelson, MVP. He was awesome on Thursday in both games, but particularly as we're talking right now in game 1, 2 hits including a double, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Tork just continuing to be great. Great offensively and defensively too for this baseball team to start the season. Andy Ibanez, he had a big day in game 1 as well. 2 hits including a double, 2 RBIs, and a run. Javi Baez. Javi! El Mago, baby. Another great game to start the day on Thursday. 2 hits, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Javi, man, just continuing to be such a big part to the success of this baseball team. Let's go, Javi, let's go. J-Hen, Justin Henry Malloy had a good day on Thursday. Really, really nice to see, man. In game 1 in particular, 2 hits, an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. He reached base 3 times in that victory. Good stuff, J-Hen. Gleyber Torres, 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. Trey Sweeney, 2 more hits for him in that game 1 victory, along with 2 runs scored. After those 2 hits, as he stays red hot offensively, that made it 9 hits in his last 3 games. Just staying red hot, man, offensively. And those weren't the last hits that he got on the day either. Trey Sweeney, the hottest hitter on the planet. We absolutely love to see it. And another one of the hottest hitters on the planet, Zach McKinstry. He's the last guy I'll give a shout out to offensively for that game 1 victory. A hit, an RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk. Another good day at the office for the Tigers offense to start the day on Thursday. It obviously carried into game 2, which we'll talk about in a second here. But as for game 1, great job once again from this Tigers offense. Now moving on to the pitching very quickly. Man, Casey Mize was awesome. 6 innings, 1 earned run, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. He gave up a leadoff single to start his day, but after that, he absolutely locked in. Retired the next 13 that he saw, and then even after Colorado got a run in the 5th inning, I believe it was, Casey just kept on going. He ended his day strong with a 1-2-3-6 inning with 3 strikeouts. Another good win for this Tigers team in Colorado. That guaranteed the series victory, but man, we were not done there. We were not done there. Game 2 of the doubleheader. First of all, offensively, 11 runs, 15 hits. Just on Thursday alone, the Tigers offense combined in those 2 victories, 21 runs, 29 hits. 29 runs in the entire 3-game series. 29. And throughout this entire road trip in general, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but the Tigers scored a lot of runs. The Tigers scored a lot of runs. Again, I don't know the exact number as I record right now, but just know it was a lot. It was a lot. And again, 11 of those runs coming in game 2 of this doubleheader, the final game of this 3-game series. The gritty Tigers showing that grittiness once again. After the Rockies got the early 1-0 lead in this game, the Tigers are like, all right, time to stop screwing around. Let's stop messing around. Let's just get this game over with, you know? And they did just that. A 6th spot in the top of the 3rd inning. Right then and there, you're like, all right, yeah. The Rockies had their fun getting that early lead, but here we go. The 6th spot in the 3rd inning, 2 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th, 11 unanswered runs by the Tigers after the Rockies took that early 1-0 lead, man. And again, so many guys contributing to the win offensively for the Tigers. Gleyber Torres and J-Hen, Justin Henry Malloy, Both of them with bases clearing RBI doubles. Good job, Glaber. Good job, Jahan. We love to see it, man. Cole Keith hit a bomb to the effing moon, bro. What was it, like 450 feet? You know, I saw something on TikTok recently that there was an asteroid that hit the moon. That wasn't an asteroid. That was the baseball that Cole Keith just hit. Cole Keith 2 hits in this victory, including that 2-run moonshot. Great job once again, Cole Keith. Hey, listen. He entered this road trip with no homers on the season. He's now got 4. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep on knocking on wood and not really saying much. But at the same time, what have I been saying in my previous video or two about Cole Keith's struggles? And what happens when the calendar turns to May for him, you know? Maybe this is just Cole Keith's thing, you know? It happened last season. He struggled in March and April, and then May came. He turned it on and didn't look back from there. And again, knock on wood, so far so good. No homers entering this road trip. He's now got 4. Maybe once again, as the calendar flips to May, he's starting to turn it on. We'll see. But, yeah, this was a very, very encouraging road trip for Cole Keith. Great job, Colts. Spencer Torkelson. Man, oh man, what a day for him. What a series. What a season so far. Am I going to do the MVP chants once again? I'm doing the MVP chants once again. MVP, MVP, MVP. Another great game for Torque. 3 hits, including a double and an RBI. Kerry Bonds, Kerry Carpenter, he also had 2 hits, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Trey Sweeney, 2 more hits, 2 more runs for him, the hottest hitter on the planet. Trey Sweeney. Aaron Judge, never heard of him. Trey Sweeney, the hottest hitter on the planet. That is now 11 hits in his last 4 games. 11 in his last 4 games. Let's go, Trey! You absolutely love to see it. Shout out to Brewer Hicklin, man. Shout out to Brewer Hicklin. The first 2 hits of his MLB career. Seeing him smile, it just made you smile. You know, I was smiling, seeing him smile, and seeing the dugout go crazy for him. That was awesome. Seeing AJ give him the hug afterwards, too. That was great. His first 2 hits, like I said, of his MLB career. 2 runs and a walk. He reached base 3 times in this game. Great job today, Brewer Hicklin. And then the last shout out I'll give to here, Jace Young. We'll take that, Jace. A hit, an RBI, and a run scored. What a day, man. What a day offensively for this Tigers team. What a series once again for this Tigers offense as well. You know, you really expect the offense to be clicking when you're playing in Colorado. But here's the thing. This Tigers offense has been doing this all season long so far. This is what we've been doing all season long, man. So much fun to watch. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, it's just so much fun to watch. Another good day, another good series offensively for the Tigers, and then lastly, pitching-wise for the Tigers in this victory. Kader Montero, he just loves pitching against the Colorado Rockies. If you remember, he had the complete game shutout last year against the Rockies at Comerica Park, and then today at Coors Field, 8 innings. He probably could have gone 9, but hey, he still went the 8 innings. Shout out to Kader Montero for really saving the Tigers bullpen when we don't have an off day for a little while. Kader Montero today, 8 innings, just a 1 earned run given up. Great day, Kader Montero. Great day, Tigers offense. Great series in general. For those keeping track at home, my Tigers position player and pitcher of the game in this 3-game sweep in Colorado, starting with Game 1 on Wednesday night, Trey Sweeney and Will Vest. Thursday afternoon, Game 2 of the series, Game 1 of the doubleheader, Spencer Torkelson and Casey Mize. Oh, that feels so good to say, man. Another game. We've seen this a lot so far already this season. Another game in which it is Torque and Mize, our 2 1-1s, being big contributors to a Tigers victory. 2020, 2021, 2022, Tony would love to hear that. And then lastly, Game 3 of this series, Game 2 of the doubleheader, I will give another position player of the game is Spencer Torkelson. And then my pitcher of the game, of course, it is Kerry Montero, his first of this 2025 season. Man. It brings a smile to my face, ladies and gentlemen. What a day for the Tigers on Thursday. What a sweep for the Tigers in Colorado. And overall, I feel like a good road trip for this Tigers team. Let's freaking go, Tigers. Woo! And now we are coming back home to begin a 6-game homestand starting this weekend in a 3-game set against the Texas Rangers. I cannot wait. I will be there at Comerica Park on Friday. Tarek Scuba Bump Day. Man, I'm so excited. I'm going to be going with friends. Nothing quite like a Friday night downtown at Comerica Park, especially when the weather is beautiful like it is going to be not just Friday, but this entire weekend. Man, I'm so excited, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the Tigers put out a tweet on Wednesday. Seriously, if you can get down to the ballpark for a game this weekend, I would highly recommend it, man. The weather's going to be beautiful. Tarek starting on Friday, like I just said. And then Saturday, the Tigers are having a Tarek Scuba Mystery Bobblehead Night or something along those lines. And then Sunday's Mother's Day. Not to mention, this Tigers team is playing great ball. Best record in the AL. One of the best records in baseball. This team's fun, man. This team's fun. They're good. They're playing great ball right now to start this season. Weather's going to be beautiful. Like, if you can get down to the ballpark, get down to the ballpark. It should hopefully be a great weekend at Comerica Park and in downtown Detroit. I'm excited, man. Let's keep the good vibes rolling this weekend against the Texas Rangers. Other than that, that's all I got for you this one, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. As I mentioned earlier in the video, leave a like on this one. Comment your thoughts on this Tiger sweep down below. And if you're going to be going to a game this weekend, let me know what game you're going to be going to. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 out of 3, all of the above. Let me know down in the comments. And also, if you can hit that subscribe button, I very much appreciate it as we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you following the Tigers' next series against the Texas Rangers at home. Until then, as always, go Tigers, baby.